Welcome back, folks. Toaster here with another IS-6 replay. This time we are on Serene Coast, I think. We are. And you notice that it's 14 on 14. And if you look in the upper left corner, my ping is like 250. Sometimes, and I don't know why, but sometimes it connects me to the South American server. And this was the first game of the day for me. So, the Oni spotted, and we definitely want to get a shot into him as we're passing by. So we do. And of course, we're firing a lot of gold in this game because the standard pen on this thing is 175. Even the side of an IS-6 is really hard to penetrate with 175. You have to almost get lucky. But we're going to talk a lot about positioning this game. As you can see, I've got this thing 2 marked, and I've played it quite a bit. And I think that there's some positioning things to learn here. Things I do well and things I don't. Okay, so here's a perfect example. If I can get this. Okay, so I'm somewhat hull down here, but if I had pulled up to here, my tank would be, this side of my tank would be tipped up a little bit, which would get my gun down and also protect me with this berm. So, you know, if I went 10 meters to the left, I would be completely free to fire on this AT-15, which he's got a really fast firing gun. Let's go ahead and start it here. So I'm trying to get gun depression, and if I had just zoomed out, I would not have taken that shot of damage, right? So the AT-15 is something you don't really want to tackle. Okay, and this is a good example here. To this IS-3A, all I'm showing is the side of my tank. And when I think he's going to shoot, I turn my front end to the left so that I'm at a side scrape angle. He can't even see any of my shoulder. Not that he could pin my shoulder at this angle anyway, because he's shooting up into the shoulder, and that increases the angle. Therefore, there's no way he's going to pin that. So it's just something to think about, basically. So in this position is great for a tank that has good gun depression, but I do not have good gun depression. So I just ignore him for now, right? There's no reason for me to, and so here you can see I did exactly what I said. That berm was protecting me, and I came up here and was able to fire on him on this AT-15 with impunity, and you notice that he hit that berm. So it's little things like that. The micro, like 5 meters to the left or right, can determine if you're going to take damage or not, right? So we spot the Oni, and there's the IS-3A. Now, the reason I backed off there is because the IS-3A would have my drive wheel if I didn't. So we're going to take an unaimed shot, miss, but we got 784 assist on that. I don't even know what hit him. Must be the Roomba must have the big gun. So yeah, it's little moves that protect your tank, especially in the IS-6 now that they've upgraded the armor a little bit. And so we're waiting for this IS-3A to commit to one side or the other, and it looks like he's going after the 45 TP. And so at this point, we pull out and shoot. We're going for a track, but we're unable to do it, which is going to be bad for our 45 TP. But now that I know he's clipping out and he was tracked before, I go ahead and re-track him up in the air. I don't know if he's got 2 repair kits or what. And now we're just trying to face hug him and make it really difficult. So when I'm face hugging him, at at this range, and he's got bad gun depression as well, right? So he's not going to be able to shoot down on my upper plate, which means that I'm going to be very hard to pin. He has to hit cupola. So instead, he turns towards the 45 TP, knowing that he doesn't have a shot on me, and we're able to put one into the side of his turret. Okay? I'm trying to explain for those of you that don't play heavies very often, or don't play them super well, or are just having trouble and going, well, this guy took this same exact position I did, and he just farmed damage. Well, he might be even 2 or 3 meters to the side, and so we make kind of a risky poke here, but this guy is not aiming at us. And because of the derpiness of the gun, we don't make it happen. So this is a much better poke, right? Because I am not exposed in the least. The only thing that they can see is my upper plate from here, right? And my gun and my turret. So before I overcommitted, and it should have cost me, but it didn't. So we're having a little trouble with this AT-15. So we decide we're going to switch targets, right? And we still came up a little bit high. So I had HE loaded there because I wanted to hit that AT-15. And so instead we hit the P-43. And we're able to really punish that P-43. But look how this game is going. It's 5-10, right? And they've won the other side. Don't do what that Type 64 did. Why he sat out there. He has no hope of pinning my lower plate on flat ground, let alone my turret. So I don't know why he sat out there. So now it's back to reading the mini-map, right? We've kind of cleared off our side. It's time to go back and defend the base, because you know that they're going to start coming into the base. And apparently I'm the only one that's figured this out, so hopefully my team picks it up. They kind of do. I take a lot of damage because of it, but that's okay. So we're up to 2,000 damage, which is a pretty good game already in the IS-6. Keep in mind, this thing has a poor gun handling, not huge armor, and if you face tier 9s and you're not hull down, you will take damage. So I kind of take the long way around here, and that turns out to be a bad thing because they put 2 people on cap. And at this point, I know that I've got to just push in there. So they're back to 1 on cap now, but we've loaded gold again. And we just take a shot on the move, and the reason that we do that is that we want to get back to cap, basically. So I'm ignoring this Tiger that is shooting HE at me, and we're going to put a hit into the P-43 BIS. There's so many different versions of the P-43, I forget I need to say what version they are. So we end up killing the guy that's trying to cap, and that turns out to be a very good thing, because it allows me a reverse side scrape angle to these other guys. They can't just shoot me in the butt, and that probably saved me this game. But we have taken this back now. It's now, and I want to pause it right here, because I want to show you what that T-29 had to shoot at, okay? And apparently he does know where to shoot, because he shot me in the shoulder once. But at this angle, my shoulder is impenetrable, and you see the way that the ground is, basically, that's all he can see. He can see my shoulder and my gun. And I don't have a zoom out mod, or I would show you more, but he sees the shoulder that is angled to him. It's angled about like that. So there's no way he's going to pin that. and there's no way he's going to overmatch. There's an overmatch area right here on the tank, but he's not going to overmatch that. And these look minuscule because I'm aimed down at him. So that's why it was a bad engagement for him. He shouldn't have taken it. He should have repositioned in order. It's kind of hard sometimes to reposition, but in a T-29, but rather than die, that's what he should have done. So I'm not so good at doing this free cam stuff. So here we just use the wreck as cover, and we're able to take out the tier 6 tank. So who really stands no hope. So I've got 5 kills. I'd really like to get 6 because I think it's an ace game, but I just fire anyway because, you know, reasons. So how I had better view range than anybody else on our team to actually pick up the assist on that, I will never know. But anyway, that was the end of the game, and it is a 14-10 because it was 14 on each side. Let's go ahead and take a look at the after action on that. Well, I wish I would have held my shot. Usually, almost never do I hold my shot, but I wish I would have held my shot because I got a first class, and I think if I would have got a Top Gun, I probably would have got an ace there. But 118,000 credits, 1 bond, and first game of the day on a 3 times weekend, so we got a lot of experience out of that. 3,590 damage, 5 kills, 1,314 base XP. The Roomba did 4,000 damage. Now, keep in mind, he did damage at range with other people spotting for him, so that's why he didn't get as much XP. Plus, he's a Roomba. You know, they have a higher expected value. 18 shots fired, 15 hits, 12 pens. Now, keep in mind, I was firing almost all gold, and I still bounced 3 shots. And we blocked 2,515. So that is a testament to the fact that we were using our armor well. I mean, we blocked 1.5 times our tank's worth of damage. So that's good. We spotted 1 vehicle. We did hit 9. Killed 5, and we also picked up 1,500 assists, so we did 5,000 combined. So that's a good game in the IS-6. I was very happy with it, and with the 3 times, and I think we had a personal mission payout, and so we ended up with 7,000 experience and almost 300 free XP. So appreciate you guys watching. If you'd like to see more of this type of video of micro positioning, I'd be happy to do it. Please do let me know in the comments. I know that it's useful to some players, even up to intermediate players, where they're making mistakes and they don't know how they're getting pinned, and I can help with that. I've jumped in games too with subscribers to show them where they're making the mistakes. You know, you both jump at an IS-6 and try and pen each other, and I show them and tell them after each shot what I did in order to work my way to get a pen on them and them not pen me. So anyway, appreciate you guys watching. Please do leave a like and a comment, and we will catch you next time.